Hi, this is Pete with Wrap My Spyder. Today we have another video for you, and we're going to demonstrate how to apply one of our all-new Can-Am Spyder F3 wheel kits. This particular video will demonstrate how to apply the inner portion of our new wheel kit for the F3 wheel. So we're going to go in and get started. So one of the most important things that you can do to contribute to long-lasting durability of a wheel kit is to make sure that your wheel is absolutely clean. So our recommendation for cleaning prior to applying the kit would be heavy, simple green wash of the wheel as well as the tire. Doing that multiple times to get it as clean as possible. Couple key factors that you want to consider. Make sure the wheel is super clean and very dry. You also want to take your time, and after you clean it, for drying it, if you have a leaf blower to blow out all the water, that works very well and speeds up the process. If not, we recommend washing one day and making sure that it dries overnight to do your application the next day. So let's say that you've washed the wheel, it's nice and clean, you're in an atmosphere that's 65 degrees or warmer, which is very important. Surface temperature is very important for this to remain on the wheel for long periods of time. So if all those bases are covered, then the last thing you're going to do prior to surface prep is you're going to take your time prepping that surface with kitchen paper towel, and we recommend 70% rubbing alcohol. So when you do this, you're going to want to make sure that you take your time, because surface prep is absolutely one of the most important things. So you put your rubbing alcohol on your towel, and you're going to rub the surface where this wheel kit is going to be applied. And it wouldn't hurt to do it multiple times, and switching out your paper towels to make sure that they're always clean. When you're wiping the wheel, one of the ways you can confirm you're ready is by looking at the towel, making sure that there's no black residue on that surface. In addition, if you want to really confirm that your surface is ready to accept the film for the wheel kit, you can do a tape test with masking tape. So here we have just a roll of regular masking tape. Doesn't really matter the brand. Just take a piece of that masking tape off, stick it to the surface of the wheel, and pull it up. If you have good resistance like that, where you can see it's really nice and tight, that's what you want. Then you know your surface is ready. So if your wheel is ready to go, with this particular wheel style, which the information will be on the order page as far as what style it is, you'll also be able to check yours visually. But this one actually has, for the inside spokes, 4 different style spokes. So you have to be sure that you pull the right spoke before you start your install. So you're going to get your kit. It's going to come on a sheet. Those are the different style spokes for the inner part of this particular wheel. We're going to start with the one that is kind of a round nose, which is right here. There's actually 2 of the round nose on this particular wheel, and then there's one that stops at the lug nut and surrounds it, and then you've got 2, a left and a right facing, that kind of do a half moon around this wheel. So be aware of which spoke you're starting with so that you pull the right one off the sheet. In addition, it's not mandatory that you remove the wheel off the bike. You can do it on the bike. Typically it requires rolling it. It's probably a little easier if it's off the bike and on a flat surface like we're demonstrating today, but it's not completely mandatory. So your option as far as that goes. So when you're going to put the piece on, you're going to peel it off the page. Chances are it will not have transfer tape. You're going to be working with the raw film, because not only does this shape roll down, but it rolls to the sides, and so we need that film to be able to perform like it's supposed to use. So we're using automotive wrapping film, which is highly conformable. That's the sticky side. As you can see, you can slide it around into place without having any type of issues. The material is resilient enough that you can work with it. You want to try to not touch the adhesive side as much as possible. You can also wipe your fingers with the rubbing alcohol after you've prepped the surface to help prevent contamination of this adhesive. So, I mean, you have to touch it in order to put the kit on, but just try not to do it too much. If you're in super hot temperatures and your hands or fingertips are oily, definitely do that rubbing alcohol wipe before you handle the film. That just prevents issues down the road. So for alignment on this spoke, and all of them pretty much align the same way, what you're looking at is this little notch as well as this angle here down to the wheel. So basically you can align it to where we're hovered over the notch, and it's going to run down the leading edge of this and fall into place on the flat part of the surface. So once you have it tacked into place, you can leave it set just like that. For all of the surfaces that we're going to be applying on, what you want to do is start in the high side of the center of the spoke. So right on the high side, and you can see that you can kind of move this film around if you don't get it right the first time, but work off the high side, run right up the middle, top to bottom, right up the middle. And then you can work your way to the outsides. You're working the film into place. And you can even work down the edge of the tail. The whole idea is to work from the center of the spoke to the outsides. And it's not uncommon to get little fingers like this. That's how the film performs. If you're finding that you're getting actual bunches, you can take a hair dryer and just lightly warm the film. It usually doesn't take much heat, and push down the edges. If you have a squeegee, perhaps you've ordered other products, you can use your squeegee and go from the middle of the spoke to the outside, pushing those fingers down. And then the same way when you get to the other side, you can just simply work the film out and around. This is a dry application. You do not apply it wet. Once you have the one spoke on, you can turn the wheel to make it easy, and basically it's repeat. So again, you go to your sheet. That one has the cutout on the right, so find the spoke that has the cutout on the right. Take it off the page and align it. Pretty much the tail will fall right into place where it needs to go. For this particular one, it's not a bad idea to favor the size that the cutout is on, because you want it to fall straight and into place. And then again, same principle, you're working from the middle to the outside. If you don't like positioning, even though you got that far, you can carefully, not to overstretch, but you can pick it back up and do it again to reposition. It's not rocket science, but we want you to take your time when you're doing your application. Again, you're working the fingers to the outside from the middle, If it starts to look like it wants to bunch on you a little bit, just put a little bit of heat on it with a hairdryer, and that's typically enough to soften the film to lay out so that it lays flat. Here's the opposite one. This is not really a complicated application if you're taking your time. Hopefully the video is helpful as well. It's pretty much just get it into position. The template's close enough that it really falls into place. And over top of the black surface, even if it's not exact perfection in the whole picture, you're not really going to notice it. But you can see how I'm just working from the middle to the outside. This is the second piece that has the rounded center. Again, a line around the notch. Make sure that your angle is following the leading edge. Right along here, straight down the tail. You're going to go up the middle of the spoke, pressing it firmly into place, working to the outsides. Same process for each spoke on the inners. Again, not rocket science. Now for this particular kit here, we already installed the outsides. We're going to do this kit as an option where you can order just the center part or the center part and the outside together. And then hopefully we're going to work it out where you can do different colors like I'm doing in this particular video where we have the red in the center and the blue on the outside. Currently, as the making of this video, this Olympic blue color is very popular on a lot of Model F3s. So that's one of the reasons we're featuring this color, is because there's a lot of bikes out there with this Olympic blue. And we have a lot of other products as well in the same color, which would match the color of your frame. So there you had a little bunch. Just picked it back up, working from the middle. This film is quite forgiving. And of course, what we're also recommending when you finish your application is making sure that you go over each spoke very thoroughly by heating it, making sure that it's nice and warm. By doing that, you're helping to set up that adhesive to take its permanent bond, which is very important. So as you can see, it's not crazy hard to do, it's just a matter of taking your time. But the most important part of this application is making sure that your surface is prepped correctly. So we'll give you a little preview if you were to do it in 2-color. Just a really neat, unique look that really would add a lot of personality to your F3. So again, this is Pete with Wrap My Spyder, and this video was for the K&M Spyder F3 wheel insert kit. And if you have any questions, you can shoot us an email at sales@wrapmyspyder.com, and we thank you for watching.